think we've got some amazing sports facilities now that we didn't have as many of before, and I think a lot of sport is about having access to those facilities. Certainly we were lucky enough to have Eton Dorney already, but there's been a lot of investment behind the scenes that aren't maybe just the stadiums that we use for the Olympics. They're the actual elite level clubs, and certainly rowing at a grassroots level is now much bigger than it ever was. Like, there's over double or something ridiculous like that of people that do it in comparison to, say, like when I first started. So I actually think there's quite a strong legacy already, even pre-games, from having the games in our country.
I think in the month after the games, like rowing clubs, I coach, and the local rowing club had a tenfold increase in membership allocations, and for me that's probably the biggest thing for the legacy. Is that if you've got more people doing it, more chance that you're going to get people coming through and pushing us guys on in the next few years should we carry on. And yeah, just to have the media coverage that we've had for rowing is a big thing, because I think often in the past it's been overlooked between Olympics, whereas we compete every year and are a very successful team every year, and if we can keep it in the spotlight, keep people wanting to try it, we're going to be even better in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I reiterate that, but I think the legacy's sort of not over. This is the events we've done, and it's been done phenomenally well. And I think it's been, what I've been amazed at is how uplifting it's been for everyone, not just for us and all the volunteers who are down there, but for everyone else around the country. When there's a lot of other very serious things which are not going so well in the country. But for this particular element in sport and education particularly, then I think now is the moment where we we'll have this initial sort of honeymoon period where everyone's really excited, but the difficult bit is continuing. And I think that's where there are currently big plans being put in place now to make sure the athletes and people are still rolled out in time, and we keep that momentum going, because it would be a really shame if this was just something that happened in our history. We want it to be something that does have connection with people 5-10 years down the line. And I think that would make it really special.
I have a parochial question, being from Wrexham myself. Just wondering, sorry for Tom, just have you had any feedback, reaction from the local town about your achievements?
Yeah.
It's been weird actually. I mean, I was born in Wrexham, but I live in Farnborough, just down the road, and I got back yesterday at about 2, and my dad sprung on me. He was like, "Oh, we've got to go here." So I went to my nan's daycare centre and visited all the old people, and then I went to my primary school. So kind of both ends of the spectrum, and neither were really expecting me, and just they were so excited, and that was very cool. At the pharmacy where my mum and dad pick up their prescription. Been a big display for myself and Vicky, who's also from the area. And yeah, just everyone's still so excited and wanted to hear my story and my opinion on stuff. And yeah, it's just a bit weird, because I'm from quite a small village, really, and you don't expect that kind of reception.
Yeah, I've just really, I don't know what words to describe it. It's just incredibly nice reception, and the council have been really nice, and it's just nice. The postbox was fantastic. The location's been quite funny because it's right outside a nightclub, so I've had quite a few tweets of people quite drunk, falling over half naked. Gives it a bit of character, I guess.
Have you seen it yet, Simon?
Sorry?
Have you actually seen it yet?
I've not actually been to see it. I was back home last week, but I've not previously yet. But next couple of weeks, I think, then we've got an opportunity to. But yeah, I think for me, particularly because both sides of my parents' family are from Wrexham, and my grandfather's both doctors in and around Wrexham. So it's quite funny, like the older generation knew them, and now know me as a grandson. It's just little things like that. Because my mum works in the local physio practice with the hospital and everything. And it's just those little sort of elements make it very close and personal, and that's really nice thing.
Just further to what Steve's asked there, just talk. As of yet, we haven't had the actual celebration in Wrexham for both of you, really. Talk of a possible open top bus tour. Is that something you'd like if it did come to fruition?
Yeah, it'd be very cool. I mean, I've had the odd tweet saying, "Oh, are you coming back?" But sooner the better, really, because well, I'll be training soon, and Tom,
Yeah.
Tom I don't know, he get holiday, doesn't he?
A few holidays.
Yeah.
And the three of you, which you talked about legacy, do you feel you know, pressure or responsibility personally for continuing that? I mean, coming back to the school, going back to the, going back home and things like that. The attention that you get, and do you all feel like you have some specific role to play in maintaining that legacy at a grassroots level?
I think you are very aware as an Olympian that you are a role model the whole way through the Olympics and after it. Coming back to school is more of a pleasure than a chore, to be honest. It's really nice to come back and see all the changes and meet all the kids. But I just kind of think that you carry on doing what you're doing. It's very hard to identify yourself as an Olympian in some ways. You just row and that's your job. And hopefully that does inspire people.
Okay, so we have to finish now, sorry. Who else needs something?